Good afternoon, traders. This is Christian from Tribeca Trade Group, and this is your end of day market recap for Thursday, the 15th. It almost kind of feels like a Friday, but we're not quite there yet. Risk disclaimer in front of you. Everything that we're going through is for information purpose only, not giving out any advice or recommendations. Please read the full risk disclaimer there. Yes, we've had a action-packed week so far. Something for everybody. A whole bunch of more economics today, retail sales, the batch of economics that we had this morning between retail sales, initial jobless claims, Empire Manufacturing, Philly business, some of them were, I'm not going to spend too much time here, some of them positive, some of them a little bit worse than expected, but you could really take one of those data points and run with it because and fill out your own narrative if you really like to. But there was some that was good, and there were some that were not so good. Also, how we started the day, I thought was really telling, because we haven't had too many overnight sessions where the market kind of came in a little bit, and we did a little bit, and that's sometimes the case after the FOMC meeting, right? The Fed meeting that was yesterday. Sometimes it takes a little time for that information to settle in, and then the market kind of goes. And I think at one point the Qs, Nasdaq futures were down about 0.75%. And one of the questions that I had was, if we did see a little bit of a pullback, would buyers come right back in? And that's exactly what we saw today. Also, it's the 15th of the month, and sometimes you do see a little bit more new money being put to work in the market, the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month. So today was the 15th. It kind of felt like there was some new money being put to work. Also, the other thing that you have to be mindful of is tomorrow is quadruple witching, and I'm not going to go into that in this video. I did about a quick 10-minute video, basically on everything that you want to know or what to expect about quadruple witching. One of the things that I forgot to mention in this video, so I'll bring it up now, is don't forget all of the major S&P ETFs go ex-dividend. All right, so things like SPY, right? That will have its dividend tomorrow. It's kind of weird. They always line that up. I actually don't know the reason why they decided to do that, but they always line it up with quadruple witchings when there is an S&P index rebalance. So you can see 616. So if you see, if you bring up, CNBC or Bloomberg, and you see the SPY rolling across the bottom of your screen, and you see it down a bunch, it's not because of market price action. It's because there's a dividend, and they probably haven't adjusted yet. In addition, all the other sector ETFs will also have dividends. So your XLF, your XLP, your XLU, all of those will also go ex dividend, right? They put them on the same day. So it's a little bit about quadruple witching for tomorrow. Also one of the things that was kind of notable that I just wanted to discuss really quickly was that the VIX was up today. Again, we're not so the one thing to kind of realize is that we're not at a high level in the VIX. We're at 1450, but it is a divergence, right? Normally when the market is going up, the VIX goes down, and vice versa, right? When volatility picks up, that usually means the market is going down. That's when you see the VIX go up. So the fact that it went up today with the overall market, which was moving fast, by the way, did feel like there was some volatility to the upside, but it's, the bottom line is it's a change in tone, and that might be something that you use in your analysis to say, hey, it's something different today to see the VIX up today with stocks up. For me, it kind of says, hey, we've got a very busy day tomorrow, quadruple witching. We have also been on a really nice run. What did I do? I took some trades off today. Did some very nice day trades today, but just decided to kind of reduce risk. I don't reduce all my risk, right? There's no reason for me to go 100% into cash, but I'm happy to kind of get, after the run that we've had this month. And I think for 5 days, the 5-day return is the Qs are up 6%. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. For the month, you've got Qs up 6.4%. Look at this is amazing performance. So yes, when we see something like this, this type of performance, yes, I generally want to be more of a seller than to be adding risk into that type of a move. But it will be interesting. As I said just a minute ago, it's very interesting to see when this market is down a little bit, buyers are rushing in. Something to also take note. So again, a lot of mixed things, right? And if I'm giving you some mixed signals here or mixed information, right? Just know that not everything always lines up and says, hey, this is a sell signal or this is a buy signal, right? You kind of have to take the weight of the evidence and realize, hey, and for me, it was, we've had a pretty big run. All right, I want to take some profits into that. Look at the software. So let's talk about a little bit about the performance for the day. One of the things that I thought was interesting, which outperformed, was the diamonds. So here's what S&P looks like. This is going to look a little bit different. That's S&P futures versus SPY, which did take out a virgin point of control. Remember, virgin point of controls, I'm not going to go into detail here. You can see my pinned tweet, and that'll give you all the information about volume at price and the indicator that I use called the market webs. But usually that's a place of overhead supply. So could be a little bit of a place to pause here, especially reaching up. And again, a lot of times these things act like magnets. When there's one of these red lines right in front of it, price loves to seek it out and take it out and go from there. Qs, we don't have one of those yet, right? You're going to 379. It's going to be some more overhead resistance. Again, it's not to say that there's going to be always a fade there. It's going to be a battle with buyers and sellers, right? Because there will be some sellers that probably, that's why I also call them supply areas. And here's IWM, just to show you what's going on here. Again, a little bit of a different picture there. Still flat 200-day moving average, hanging in there, but not showing great outperformance the last couple days. So this is the chart that I wanted to get to. This is the chart of the Dow, right? The Dow is only 30 stocks. It's a little bit biased because it's a price weighted index, meaning the highest names in the ETF will get the largest weight. It's not market cap weighted. It's not equally weighted. It's price weighted. So again, very different and a bit biased in my opinion. But if you look at some of the names that went up, I mean, Apple had a humongous day. Fully has gone now above that sell the news event, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news, where they introduced their new, I don't even know what you call it, the headset, I guess, that they're using. Microsoft had a colossal day. I mean, look at this move. Really impressive to see this. I traded Meta. I kind of missed the move in Microsoft, but I did trade Meta. Didn't have as great of a green candle, but I was watching this, and this is a textbook move out of the value area for the week. I really look to kind of play these when I see them and when I could catch them. A nice move out of the value area. Notice that a couple times it tried to break this during the week, and sometimes it's just a matter of persistence, right? Fail here, fail here, fail here. It was actually, I said it was the third time on Twitter, but it was actually the fourth time. So very strong there. Also, just looking at a couple other Dow stocks, but this McDonald's looks pretty good too on the daily chart, right? This made a nice move back above the 50-day moving average. The last time it did this, it kind of failed here at the bottom of value. So I actually, like a couple stocks like this, if we do see a little bit of rotation, because this software group is very, very strong. I mean, the participation that is going on right now in the software space is just unbelievable. Here was the performers today in the IGV ETF, which I just find that what's going on in this group is just very, very strong. AI, again, a lot of people quoting that name. Splunk had a big day, but you could see various different names. Palantir up there again. Crowd and the cyber group. I know a lot of people are starting to look at Crowd. Here's what this chart looks like. Nothing wrong with this, right? A little bit of digestion after it reported earnings. I actually, even though this looks good, it still has to get above those recent highs, and I preferred something like this. FTNT, I actually sat around this chart this morning, and I like the breakout here. It kind of looks like abstract cup and handle. Here's your cup, here's a little bit of a handle, and now it's breaking out. Really, really strong. ZS also had has been having a decent move. And another name that I got long today is MDB. I'm looking for a move into their event next week. They have an investor day on the 22nd. Don't forget, we have Monday off, by the way, but they have an event the 22nd. I got long right at the bottom of value. So different setup than what I just showed you in Meta. Here was the move checking to support, and I got long here and going from there. Speaking of, I'm just going to jump back and forth a little bit. Boeing, I would watch for the week. Again, I'm still long Boeing. Watch this 220 level. Notice how it's kind of struggling a little bit with getting out of value, but I think patience is important here because I still think that this has a chance to kind of break this range and push higher. A few other names that saw some option activity. CSIQ, we really haven't seen too much from the solar space. Nice turn, CSIQ. Let's see if it can kind of keep going here. Unity Software continues to see call activity. I like this chart too. It's something that I'll be watching tomorrow. And MKC is a name that saw option activity. This is a packaged good type stock. I actually got long just a starter position because I don't really want to add a lot of risk into this market, but pretty strong. A couple other software names like this VEEV continues to see option activity. Remember, this is a name that had a big move on earnings, settled back in here a little bit, and found the 5-day moving average and has been seeing call activity, long. I think it was January calls both yesterday and today. So impressive. Another, again, I can show you 5 different software names, but I like this Monday. Easy to remember, MNDY. It started the day down like 5%, right? Wasn't even up on the day, but I like this consolidation and possibly looking for a move to that 194. So that's it for today's video. I want to keep it short and sweet, but as you can see, the breadth was very strong. I like what the Dow stocks are doing. I think I think that's notable. And you can see a bunch of other areas outperforming. A couple of our other trades that I discussed yesterday was able to take more money off the table here in BABA. Ultimately, I'm looking for this to go to 93.71. UNP, which is a name that I got long yesterday, was able to take some of that trade off today. I took some off right at this, speaking of version point of control, right at this overhead supply. At above that area. All right, guys, that's it for tonight's video. Have a great night. If you are not a member of the Tribeca Trade Group, make sure that you sign up. Here's where you go to right to tribecatradegroup.com and services and products, and you could check it out. Check it out for a month, and you can see how our program is, and at any time that you can cancel. All right, guys, have a great night. See you tomorrow.